Greetings, everybody. This is another exciting adventure taping of Black Geek Energy. I am your hostess with the mostest, Jared.
My name is Demarcus.
And what does a D stand for today, DeMarcus?
Delicious.
Oh, okay. So let's start off this episode like we start off every episode. How's your previous week been? Why are you so delicious?
Um, our previous week's been okay. Pretty like ups and downs for real.
Oh,
Getting out the house a lot though, and like meeting new people, having a good time. Like I was out last night. Girl showed me her titty. Can't ask for more.
okay, okay, cool.
Couldn't ask for more.
Um, so why did she show you that?
I think because she was drunk and she thought I was cute. I
Mm,
think that's all it was. Because I barely said two words to the girl, which I want this to be a lesson to the guys out there.
mm-hmm,
Men, if you're listening, if you meet a woman and she's real quick with her body, it is not, she's not fast, she's not loose. I'm not gonna completely X those things out as to, the reasoning behind why you getting what you getting.
mm,
She wanted to.
okay.
If you sleep with a girl on the first night, it's because she wanted to have sex. If a girl kiss you on the first night, it's because she wanted to kiss you. You 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 can only when these things are happening, you can only talk yourself out of them. You cannot talk yourself into them. And I used to be one of those guys that believed you could talk yourself into a woman's pants. You cannot.
Yeah,
You
she
cannot.
has to want it first.
You might think you got the best lip, the best game, the best silver tongue, or whatever you want to call it. If a girl don't want you, she don't want you. I mean, if she want to, she going to.
Yeah, yeah, you have to actually be appealing to women. So nothing else really exciting happening for your week last week, I guess.
What you mean? I mean, let me think. Let me think. Mm, Nothing that I want to talk about on the main show. I don't.
Oh, oh, okay.
Um. hmm Uh, thinking still.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's all I got for real.
All right,
That's all I
cool.
got. Went to a club. Went to a little bar club last night. Saw a titty,
All right.
and she jumped on me. I was like, I ain't had this since I was in college.
Okay. And was your girlfriend there?
She had to work.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, but I told her about it this morning when she got home, and she was like, "Yo," she was like, "You had a great night."
Mm, mm.
hmm
Well, my week has been pretty uneventful, except for when I went on the Player podcast for the first
Oh
time in three
yeah,
years. Um, after both
because
of
they
their
hate you,
hosts, I know
Jared.
they really do. After both of their hosts been on our podcast, I was finally invited onto their podcast for a segment. Hoop is calling Hate Week. Don't know why he decided to call that for my first episode, but yeah, we went on there. We argued a lot, and it was a very good episode. I sent it to you. Have you heard it yet?
What? Oh, the episode? Not yet. Where did you send it to me? On which platform did you send it?
I texted. Did you not get it?
I don't think I did, Jared. Oh, okay. I think. Hold on. I do see it. I do see it here. You sent it to me on Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I do see it. I have not listened to it yet. I'll listen. That'll be my morning listen on the way to work tomorrow.
All right. Well, oh, and talking about that, there is a horrible snowstorm, um,
Hmm.
or
I
ice
just
thing in the
I just heard
east.
that.
So the people, um,
Hmm.
the people around me have no power. So if I run out of power, then you know why.
Hmm. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Um,
And who do I
but
need to DM about being on that player?
Hoop in the Discord.
Hoop. And what's his Discord name?
I don't know, child. Let me see right quick.
Shaka Jr.
No, that's Pax. I mean Arson. Hoop is the Hoop Man.
The Hoop Man.
Hmm.
I don't see him. I'll look for him while the show going on. Let you know how that goes.
Okay. Well, in other news, yeah, that was all that happened with me this week. So this is a pretty uh long episode. So I am
Mm-hmm.
going to go ahead and go into our next segment, which is the Put You On segment. So,
Mm.
DeMarcus, can you please tell them about our great sponsors, MoviePass?
Yeah. MoviePass is a subscription-based mobile app, a subscription-based service rather that they have a mobile app. And they're all about making movie going easier for everybody, man. Like for me, for Jared, for you, the listeners, for your mom, your sister, your brother, your father, whoever likes going to movies. And their whole goal is to make it so that it is cheaper and more accessible for you to go see the movies that you want to see when you want to see them. So what you do is you go ahead and buy you a subscription, see, and then you're able to use the credits that you receive in that subscription to pay for movies. Which, and when I say it that way, it sounds like you're just adding a middleman where you can just go to the movies and buy a movie ticket. But hear me out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you go to MoviePass, your subscription is covering the cost of several movies per month,
Yeah.
up to an unlimited amount of movies, up to an unlimited amount of movies with a friend, depending on which tier subscription you buy. And I've talked about this before that when I had the lowest tier subscription and I was paying for it out of pocket, it was like what, $10?
Yeah.
And I was
Because
seeing
you
like
wouldn't let me use it, and I asked. You would never let me. You're not going to use
I wouldn't.
my
I wouldn't. I
points.
had movies to see. I wouldn't. I would see like 3 to 4 movies a month on $10 alone.
Yeah.
Usually like two or three. Um, Usually like two or three because that's the like the amount of time I had. But I could just stretch that into, I could stretch that into 4 movies. But that comes with how you manage your movie going, whether you're like going to see matinees or going on weekends and opening nights, all of which are can be a part of your subscription tier, whichever tier you're trying to buy. But spend $10, go see 2 or 3 movies. After the first one is paid for itself.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Movie
can't
Pass
even
for
buy
your
popcorn for $10 anymore.
you can't. But what you can do is use your Movie Pass in conjunction with your your movie theater subscriptions, rewards, loyalty programs, and rack up those points to get free shit.
Yes. That's like the best part of Movie Pass. The best part of Movie Pass
The best part of Movie Pass
is
is movies for your ass. I don't know.
you should make a TikTok and maybe they'll put you in a football commercial like that
mm,
girl. Have
mm,
you heard about that?
mm,
This one girl made a jingle for Dr. Pepper,
mm,
and Dr. Pepper what didn't say anything. And then last week at the college football championships, it was
mm.
her voice and her commercial on the
Shut
thing.
up.
And now she's getting like sponsorships from Hyundai, Coco,
Everybody want
juice,
her.
and yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So she is a black girl. Like her name is like Romeo or something. And yeah, she's like blowing up on TikTok.
Okay.
Let's see. So yeah, that's Movie Pass. And is there anything that I want to put you guys onto in this segment sponsored by Movie Pass? I did watch a lot of stuff over the break, and I
Hmm.
have been taking notes on what to talk to you about. So as you all
Me
know,
specifically.
Yeah, you specifically.
Okay.
So as you know, I like to watch scary stuff over the holidays.
Quick side note before you get into that. Ain't no Hoop Man. Or maybe let me keep looking. Okay, let me keep looking.
No, it's TH3HOOPMAN.
TH3.
Yeah.
I do not see that, Jared.
Are you in the right Discord?
The player, the
Yeah.
P2.
You
Yeah.
know, he usually changes his name in that Discord.
So I see R but no Kelly.
No, that's not him. Uh, let
Jay
me.
Washington.
No, that's not him either. Let me see. How do I? He is in this Discord. He is uh Fantasy Champ 25. It's a picture of a
Fantasy
dog.
Fantasy Champ 25. Joe.
Yeah,
Why the fuck am I looking for T3 HOOP man then?
because that's his username.
That's not the name that showed up. But all right, I
If you
got him.
click it, click his
But
picture,
how was I
and
supposed to
you
know to click on Fantasy Man? I'm looking for the Hoop Man.
because you could just type it in.
I tried that. Anyway, I got it.
Okay. Okay,
Continue.
cool. So as you know, I like to watch scary stuff over the Christmas break because it's much too happy for someone like me. So one of the things that I watched this Christmas break is I took a little break from One Piece because it's my marathon run, my my sweeping through One Piece is about to end soon. I'm like at 11 episodes now. And I watched the full run of Masters of Horror and Fear
Mhm.
Itself. Um, these were two anthology series. Masters of Horror appeared on Showtime back in the day in the 2000s, 2003, 2010. And then Fear Itself was his, I guess, his sister show that the creators did after Showtime canceled them. Why did Showtime cancel such a great show? Because they got a episode banned in the country. First, it was banned in China, and then America said, "Oh, we're going to ban it too." But it was a very graphic episode of this prostitute in China, well, this gangster house person in China, and she was being tortured. She had a horrible childhood, and she came back as a ghost. It was very graphic, and I loved it. And then,
And this show is called Fear Itself.
well, this show is called Masters of Horror, and it was a whole bunch of horror directors who have done like what were some of the movies they done? It wasn't Candyman. It was the Claw guy. Who's he? Can get into your dreams. Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, big movies like that. And
Mm-hmm.
um, and then afterwards, it went to Fear Itself on NBC. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
had a great time watching those. It was really good. I love anthologies. I don't know if you know that about me, but I love anthologies.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's what I want to put you all guys onto. Those two shows.
Okay, so uh I also have things to put the people onto. I downloaded this app.
Oh no.
It's called OnlyFans. I'm just playing. Um,
I mean, you can download it and watch people.
I downloaded this app called Everweave. And I just stumbled upon it probably like on Instagram or something that like popped up, and it is a Dungeons and Dragons run by AI type app.
Oh Lord.
And it's actually pretty fucking sweet. Is I know, but like when I read what it's about, and I was like, this probably gonna suck, but I'll give it a try. I gave it a try, and I was playing it all last night. Like every time, like I was out last night with my friend. We had dinner, then we did a little bar hopping. But every time I had a spare moment, like if I had to go to the bathroom and like shit or something, I was playing Everweave. Um, Yes,
Okay.
yes, I shit at the bars. Yes, I shit at the clubs.
That
I'm that guy.
is crazy. my
and it'd
goodness.
be why it'd be great, it'd be glorious. And don't let me be shitting at the club, and then somebody
Can
walk in,
we
and they be like,
move the topic? Like,
I am. I'm gonna get back on track. It's just a quick tangent. Don't let me be shitting at the club, and then somebody come walk in, and they be like, then they choke a little bit. But I'm gonna come out that bathroom proud as fuck. um,
from the
but yes,
smell out of your hairy booty.
from the potency of this shit, that this deuce that I'm dropping is
Anyways, the
choking.
Marcus, tell us about
You
this
the one to ask the
AI.
clarifying question. I'm trying to give you a clarifying
I
answer.
did really want a clarifying answer.
Then you better stop asking. So every weave, um, the AI is the dungeon master, and it runs shit like D&D for real. Like you tell it what you're like. You create your character. They only have a few classes in there because maybe they're just like getting started or whatever. And I'll send you an invite link. Um, but you tell it what you want to do, and it like kind of like keeps creating the story. And like the more descriptive you are, like the more you say like what you're expecting to find, you kind of like guide the AI into like helping create the story. So if you're like, oh, like I look around, I'm looking for tracks, and I'm expecting to find like goblin tracks, the AI will work goblins into the story if you make a successful roll on that. And
No, that's no fun.
yeah, I mean, no, what you mean that's no fun? That's exactly how D&D should be. Like as a DM, like the perfect DM would be able to like take whatever the players give them and like, you know, add it to the
But
story like
but
seamlessly.
I don't want to say I'm looking for goblin tracks. Hopefully there are goblins around. No, I want to say I'm just looking for tracks. And
Well, you can do it that way, and the AI will just like fill in the gaps. Like the I would say for me, even playing regular D&D, combat encounters are not the girth. They are not where I think D&D shines. I think D&D shines in like the role play and the storytelling. So I find some of the combat encounters to be a little long, to be a little slow, because it's like, oh, the goblin attacks you, and it adds flair to all of these things. So it's like, let me see if I can pull my story up, and I'll read a bit for y'all.
mm-hmm.
Give me a second here. Oh, it's got me stuck on this wisdom roll that I did earlier. Um, so it actually has you roll dice and stuff. It's pretty cool. So let me see. But I'm still out of oh shit. Okay. Um, let me see if I can go back to a combat encounter. Okay, here we go. So Um, it's the hobgoblin's turn, and then the DM says, like, enraged by the swift demise of its companion, the remaining hobgoblin lets out a guttural roar, charging forward with its crude blade raised high, aiming to cleave you in two. Um, Roll for an attack. The hobgoblin rolls for an attack. Meets my versus my AC 15. That's a hit. Rolling damage. Deals 8 points of slashing damage. With a wild and desperate swing, the hobgoblin's blade connects with brutal force, tearing through your defenses and leaving a deep, ragged wound. And then my character's name is Faraji, as it always is when I first play a new system. Uh, I attack. So it was asking me after it said that, it asked me what I want to do next. I said, "Oh, I attack Hobgoblin 2, holding my longsword in one hand to get my dueling bonus. Then I use a bonus action to activate my second wind ability." So if you've been listening, Faraji is always um, a fire themed um, Eldritch Knight. But you talk to the AI and it tells the story, and it's like it's pretty fucking sick. Um, you do run out of credits. Like that does happen, and that kind of sucks because I'm out of
Credits?
credits. Well, like messages, they count each message. So I don't know how many they give you in the beginning, but through playing between like last night and today, like this earlier this afternoon, I ran out of like messages, so I can't. And I think like there's like 6 days. It takes like a week for you to get more messages to continue your story, or you can like start paying for it. Maybe I'll pay for a month. It's like 5.99. Maybe I'll pay for like a month just to get more messages, because I was in this shit. Like I was trying to watch anime, and I was like, I cannot stop adding to the story. And one other thing that I say I don't like is you got to type everything in. But if you use voice to text, that kind of solves that problem. But great, great idea. And the only thing I would want more if they could do one thing next month that would make me pay for a subscription is if I could play a campaign with my friends. Like if I could send out an invite link and then it's not just me, it's me, Jared, Gordon and Lorante, and we're all playing a campaign run by this AI.
Mm. I don't know. I don't like to tell the AI that I'm looking for something and then all of a sudden those things appear in my game. I don't like to dictate the story to the DM. And then I really don't like to use AI for my dungeon crawling. Like that just seems iffy to me. So
That's
mm,
fair. And that is that I understand. I understand your hesitation. I also had a lot of hesitation around AI when it first started hitting the scene. And I think for me, because I have to use AI so much at work, like from building AI products or creating products with AI backing them, or even using it to in my for my own work, like using AI to help me design or help me evaluate my designs and stuff like that. I've kind of become used to it. I've kind of been like, I've reached the point where I'm just like, oh, well, all right, well, AI does stuff and has its uses.
I mean, there is a part of my everyday life that I use AI, especially with this job hunting. I just don't
Hmm.
want to use it for my creative storytelling because
That's
I don't
fair.
know.
That's fair.
Uh,
Um, Let me ask you this question though. You want to play D&D?
mm-hmm,
None of your friends are around. You don't want to. You don't want to DM,
mm-hmm.
and this is an option. Would you give it a shot?
I'm about to watch One Piece instead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Is there an activity for this week?
Absolutely, there's an activity.
Oh wow! First activity of the year.
First
Oh,
activity.
oh. Uh, do you want to hear about the Daggerheart campaign I'm doing with Neo Sogod?
Yeah. Do you want to do
So
that before or after the activity? Let's do it before. Let's do it before.
yeah, let's do it before. So I am doing this Daggerheart campaign, and we are recording it, so it'll be released soon. He still has to edit it, but we are doing this campaign. It is so much fun. It is so funny. And we just had a whole session. Like DeMarcus said, we did not even roll any dice. There was no combat. It was pure role play.
Hmm.
The premise of the story is we are isekai'd onto this plane of existence, the moon, and we have to save the moon from total destruction. Because if the
Hmm.
moon is destroyed, then the Earth is destroyed. And yeah, uh, we are on episode. Well, we just recorded episode 3, and yeah, we're still trying to figure out that isekai-ness of our
Hmm.
characters. But I think that we
What
pretty
do you mean
much
the isekai-ness of the characters?
like how did we get there? Magic is
Mm,
real, blah 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 blah.
got you. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that we got that. So now we can get into the story of everything, and make sure that we can actually have a story. But yeah. Oh, and my campaign that I am DMing is going great. We only
Hmm.
had 2 people that could show up yesterday, and but I said, there's 4 of y'all, and only 2 people can show up. We're still gonna play, even if there's one of y'all. We're
Hmm.
still going to play. So
Hmm.
what we did is we did a little module from Dragon's Delve, which is from Wizard of the Coast, and it has little one shots that feature a dragon. And
Hmm.
my 2 characters explored a mansion that was um, a base that the gift used to be at. So yeah, it was very very interesting, um, and yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty role played. I still want to play more. I still want to play Marvel again. I still want to play Avatar one day, but yeah.
Mm, mm. Yeah. The Avatar, I really like the Avatar role playing game because it makes it kind of pushes combat to the edge of the system. Like and it kind of it reshapes what combat looks like. So it's not about, it's like, yo, you're fighting this person, but you could just talk them to death if you would like.
Okay, let me hear about this activity this week.
Okay. Activity. Let me pull it up for you, good sir. And if this is your first time joining us, as you may or may not know, all games and activities for Black Geek Energy are created, run, and executed by me, Demarcus. And that means that I am the judge, jury, and executioner of all games on Black Geek Energy. I decide the winners, the losers, the questions, the answers, who's right, who's wrong, and pretty much everything else. So if I ask a question and it's not the answer that I was looking for,
Oh my
or not a
word.
specific enough answer for me, then it is wrong, by my judgment. But all that being said, I am a benevolent and generous game host.
I
So
mean, not really. You
they're
like to
always pretty
embarrass
fair.
me.
They're always pretty fair. These games are always meant for us to have fun and for us to learn, and never, very rarely, I will say. Can't say never anymore because I've done it at least once. Very rarely meant to embarrass Jared. Or there's one game in particular that pops into my mind um, where I asked Jared a bunch of questions about women to for the specific purpose to embarrass him and make him doubt his knowledge and his allyship with
First
women.
of all, my
Um,
knowledge was never doubted. In every
You
episode, you
can go
probably
back
embarrassed me.
to that episode of the show. I can't remember which one. We'll put it in the description.
I'm not.
Maybe Jared will put it in the description. But anyway, today's game. Sorry, I went on a rant there. Today's game, I'm calling it I Know That Anime.
Hmm,
And what we're gonna do, I am going to read you the descriptions of anime straight from the Crunchyroll itself. With the little they have small tweaks like pronouns taken out. So if a character's name is in the description, I'm taking that out and I'm just saying he or her. If 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 like the name of like if something in the description is like too on the nose, like if we're reading Naruto, if it's a description of Naruto and it said, oh, he uses the Rasengan to like kill all his enemies, I'm not gonna leave that in the description. That's just gonna give it away. Although I will still admit, creating these they felt pretty easy, and I believe Jared will be able to answer these pretty solidly. I think he will win this game. Are you ready, Jared? Do you understand what we're doing?
yes.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Um, so let's get started. And I'm gonna say, in order to win this game, you got to get at least seven right,
Okay.
or let's just say you got to get more right than you get wrong.
Oh God.
Okay, the first one. He reigns as the strongest and most ruthless assassin in his village, but now finds himself on death row. With only one way out, retrieve. With only one way out, retrieve an elixir from a sinister island. Longing for freedom, he accepts the challenge, but with fellow convicts vying for the same prize and demonic beasts lurking, how will he survive this harrowing quest? What anime are they talking about?
Is this Paradise? H Paradise?
It is Hell's Paradise. Great job, Jerry. Great job. See? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Yeah, you always make the first one a little bit easy.
I always do what now?
Make the first one a little bit easy.
I feel like I don't always make the first one easy. I just feel like the first one is always. I mean, though I will agree that the first question in these games is usually easy, not intentionally, but I do like it as a confidence builder and like as a warm up, because it helps you.
Wow.
Because getting a few right, like, kind of puts you in the zone.
Okay.
Number two, in a floating city where the rich discard their waste and people. He is framed for murder and thrown into the pit where a hellscape of mutated beasts dwell. To survive, he must wield a new power and join a rogue group. He doesn't just aim to battle monsters, but the corrupt who cast him into hell. What anime is this?
Gotcha Akuda.
That is correct, Jared. Gotcha Akuda. How did you know that? What gave it away?
Uh, you said floating.
Yeah. The floating city part gave it away.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Um, Number three. In the beginning, an orb is cast onto Earth. The orb can do two things: emulate the form of
To
the
your
thing
eternity.
that is correct, Jared. I knew you would get that one quick because that's like one of your favorites. And it
Mm.
says orb a lot, and that's pretty unique. As I was going through these descriptions for these anime, I realized like a lot of these descriptions are pretty good, but also these are all coming from like the popular list on Crunchyroll. So I'm sure if I went to like some of the more obscure anime, the descriptions would get more generic. And I also noticed that
Mm-hmm.
as an anime gets more popular, its description on Crunchyroll changes and sometimes they add more paragraphs. Because
Mm.
some of these, like, they're newer, less popular, they had like one small paragraph. Others had like three damn paragraphs. Like I looked at one for
Mm.
Attack on Titan, and it was like three paragraphs worth of shit, and it was like, oh, like this is a great story. There's several arcs, and I'm like, oh, you giving the whole thing away. But also, it's really old and really good. Anyway, the next one. This fantasy begins as heroes disband following a quest to defeat the Demon King.
We're
As
ready.
they, mm, mm, maybe this game is too easy, Jared. Maybe this game is too easy.
I didn't even like Farron.
But you knew that description immediately.
Yeah.
When a 34-year-old underachiever gets run over by a truck, his story doesn't end there. Reincarnated into a new world as an infant, he will seize every opportunity to live the life he's always wanted. Armed with new friends, some freshly acquired magical abilities, and the courage to do the things he's always dreamed of, he's embarking on an epic adventure with all of his past experience intact.
There's gonna be a lot of things.
Hmm.
I'm thinking that is jobless reincarnation.
That is correct. It is jobless reincarnation. You about to
Yeah,
get 10 out of 10, Jared.
that could
I
have
don't
been
know when the
me.
last time you had a 10 out of 10 game, but you about to do it right now.
No, I think that you're
Um,
just being nice because it's the first activity of the season.
you can invalidate uh, your ability if you would like, but I'm giving you your flowers right now, and it's up to you to water them. World peace is at stake. This is the next one. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five. This is number six.
Mm-hmm.
World peace is at stake, and secret agent must undergo his most difficult mission yet, pretending to be a family man,
Oh,
posing as a
Spy
loving.
Family.
Okay.
I didn't like Spy Family either.
I mean, I watched some of it, and it's okay. It's nice to watch. Like, if this were still like the 2000s, and I had to watch anime on TV, if Spy Family came on, I wouldn't change the channel, but I also wouldn't sit still. Like, I also wouldn't like. I also wouldn't like be glued to my seat.
Hmm.
Okay, next one, number seven. For this cultivation prodigy, defeating a demon king at age 6 is nothing compared to fitting in at high school. And now, with supernatural threats on the rise, he may have to put his magic studies on hold to save the world.
uh, the only one I'm thinking of, even though this could be anything as well. You said six,
Defeating a demon king at age 6, yes.
and now he's in magic school.
He may have to put his magic studies on hold to save the world. Fitting in high school is what it said, and then put his magic studies on hold.
Hmm. I thinking that is dun 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 yeah dun 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 whatever whatever that one is.
uh Mashal.
Marshall, that's the only one I'm thinking of right now. It's
Mm,
not right, but that's the only
Mashal.
one
I
I'm
love
thinking of.
Mashal. I want another season of Mashal. Is that your final answer? That's all you're
Yeah,
going?
final answer. I know it's wrong.
Okay, yeah, that one is wrong, Jerry. This one is actually the daily life of the immortal king.
I've never watched that.
Hmm. Really? I thought you said you enjoyed it at one point.
No, that was you.
Because I watched it, but I didn't really enjoy it. Um,
I've
okay.
never watched that at all.
Okay. Cool. Next one. A run-of-the-mill otaku finds a book in the library that summons him to another world. He is tasked with joining the other heroes and fighting catastrophe.
This is probably gonna be something else I don't really know. I don't know who went to the library. Everybody.
Yeah, like that's such a small part of this anime, and I was surprised to find it in the description.
Yeah, I
Like
have
I
no
like
idea.
I forgot that even happened until I read the description. And I was like, oh yeah, like episode one, that is how this all pops off.
I have no idea, Demarcus. Not at all. Final answer.
Okay. This is that one is The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Really?
Hmm.
Subaru?
Mm.
That's his
Now
name,
Fumi
Subaru. His name's
Iwatani.
Subaru.
Now Fumi Iwatani.
That's the little companion.
No, that's the man.
No, the man's name is Subaru.
The man's name is now Fumi Iwatani.
The rising shield hero.
I don't know why you checking me on this. You know I be knowing these folks' names.
Subaru Natsuki. Oh, from ReZero?
You search the name Subaru instead of searching the Rising of the Shield Hero main character name. I didn't say Subaru.
Anyways,
I didn't say Subaru
Demarcus.
wasn't an anime name. But anyway, I just say
Okay.
he wasn't this. He wasn't from this anime. Okay, next one. Next one. Next one. Number nine. Number nine. Number nine. In a world where magic is everything, two boys are found or are both found abandoned at a church on the same day. While one is gifted with exceptional magic power, the other is the only one in the world without any.
Black
At the
Clover.
That is correct. It is the Black Clover, which I'm so excited for the next season of.
Yeah.
Uh, it's gonna be delicious.
In
Like
Dungeon.
that, like that callback. It's a nice full circle moment there, huh?
I'm so happy you feel delicious.
I don't think it's so much I feel delicious. I just feel like it has been a delicious time.
Mm.
And I kind of just needed a D word because I knew you were going to ask me, and that was the first one that came to mind. Um, it was a delicious night.
Oh no.
All right, last one here. Number 10. A strange boy spends his days hunting and eating until he meets a bossy beauty with boys on the brain. Mm. Together, they set out to find the means to make the wish that will change their lives forever.
Sounds like something I would watch.
Something you are very familiar with.
Have I've talked about this before?
We have talked about this before.
A
Lots and lots.
bossy girl and a strange boy?
Yeah, like I said, there are some details and pronouns taken out because they would be dead giveaways.
I have no idea. I'm gonna say Shangri-La Frontier.
Mm. Who's the bossy beauty with boys on the brain in that anime? Oh,
It's not.
I guess the girl that's like chasing him, that's like in love
Yeah,
with him.
yeah.
She's not bossy though.
Bossy to me.
Mm. The correct answer here was Dragon Ball. In the
God,
it puts Goku's
Demarcus.
name in the description and it says bushy-tailed boy, which I also think would have been like a dead giveaway. And then Bulma's name is also in the description, but I took that out too.
I don't watch Dragon
And
Ball.
then
I
it
don't
also
watch
makes
Dragon
mention
Ball
of the
once.
seven Dragon Balls, which I was like, it's like if you say seven Dragon Balls,
Yeah, I
that's
would know. I
yeah.
would know. I
Yeah.
haven't watched Dragon Ball in like 20, 30 years. So.
But we have talked about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I totally forgot the plot to that. They're about to
Mm.
go into outer space or the future or something in Dragon Ball.
Haven't they already been in outer space in Dragon Ball
I don't
Super?
watch that show.
I want Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball series to get away from this like tournament anime style and get back to like story writing.
Mm.
Cause like, cause even in Dragon Ball, cause Dragon Ball was a great story, and it's like we're going from, we're trying to find the Dragon Balls, and we're going place to place looking for them, and we're, encountering this myriad of characters, some enemies, some allies, and figuring things out along the way. Dragon Ball Z was like, oh, like I've been living on this planet for a long time, but now people are coming to Earth to try to attack it. Mad scientists are creating robots that want to take over the world. This alien is coming to the planet Namek, and we gotta, I don't know, and he's gonna destroy this other planet, and we gotta stop him. Like Dragon Ball Z became more of a just like a fighting tournament anime, but it still had a lot of story to carry. Dragon Ball Super is just a tournament anime to me.
Mm. I'm not watching it. That's a bro anime.
It's a
But
bro anime. I
yeah.
agree, it is a bro anime. Even Dragon Ball GT had a great story.
Mm. Yeah. I wouldn't know anything about it. All right. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z since it was on um, UPN.
Hmm.
So let's talk
God,
about.
man.
Oh, you
That's a
just
lot. I
said
mean,
wow.
I'm just saying, like that's a lot of Dragon Ball Z. That's a lot of time to not watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of the fall 2005, 2025 anime that we watched. Why is your underarm hair uneven? Do you shave it?
Mm-mm.
Maybe you should.
Nah, I shouldn't.
It's not even. All right. Let's talk about some of the fall
Oh
2025.
God, maybe he makes no mistakes.
Well, let's talk about some of the fall 2025 anime that we've been watching. Some of the anime that I wrote down is Toga and Anki. It's just a cool anime, not really the
Hmm.
best, not really the worst. It's just a cool anime about blood people. To Your Eternity, I think it's going down because when everybody was upset and sad that stuff was happening, he's not upset anymore. He's just living his life in the present day with all his friends and they going to school and being cool. So I mean, there was some little tinge of upsetness in the second half of the season. I think that we'll talk about later, but yeah, I'm not happy with To Your Eternity.
I didn't finish season 3 of To Your Eternity, because I had
It's
to go
still
back and
going
like.
on.
Oh, really? Wow, cool, nice. I'm gonna get it. It's on my list to watch. But I had to with To Your Eternity. I had to go back to season 2 to like finish that one because I
Catch
don't think
up.
I ever finished season 2.
Mm.
But I did, and now I'm on season 3. I just gotta like get back into it.
My Hero Academia, the final season
Oh,
happened, and
oh,
yeah, it was
Jared.
just
Oh,
a bunch of
it was so good.
crying.
It was so good, and Midoriya deserved more.
Mm.
He should have been able to keep his fucking powers, or at least some semblance of his powers, at the end of that fucking anime. They made him a normal human again after all that. After he saved the fucking world. After
He
he
gave his powers away. He didn't want his powers.
No, he wanted him, but that was the only way that he would be able to defeat fucking All for One.
Okay, well, he chose that life.
The writers should have figured out how to
Mm-mm.
give him that power. They should have been like, oh, since you're the last one, you're not, I don't know, man.
No, he
I
didn't
don't know.
deserve it in the first place.
Like something's like one of the like he like a little semblance of like one of the people should have popped up and been like, "Oh, hey, like I'm still here because like I couldn't like the float lady. She's like, I'm still here because I couldn't make it through the little thing. So I'm still here with you. You don't have all the powers no more, but you still got float. Bloop.
No, he shouldn't have had it in the first place.
Nah, nah. I
Yeah,
think
he was the worst
man,
one for the powers. He was the
My
worst
Hero
one.
Academia is a damn near perfect anime.
Okay,
Damn near perfect.
that's insane.
Damn,
Um,
like fucking 9.999 out of 10.
a 6.8. All right, One Piece. You already know I'm still watching One Piece. He
Hmm.
just defeated the big dragon. So
Kaido?
yeah, Kaido. So I guess my next episode, after he held his fist up in the air for two
Hmm.
episodes.
For 2 fucking episodes. Yo, what in the fucking spirit bomb is going on here?
Like I guess that's the stuff that they want to cut out in the Redux version. But he held his fist up and he finally punched him, and he said Kaido was like, Joy Boy's gonna defeat me, and then the episode ended. So that's where I am right now. Um, my gift level 9,999 unlimited gotcha. Backstab in a backwater dungeon of Out for Revenge was amazing. I love a good revenge story. I love a good person who trains up and gets ultimate power. And I just loved it. It was everything I wanted to know. Uh, see, he is so violent in this tale. It is so
Mm,
amazing. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I'm gonna start reading the manga. My gift level 9,999.
mm, okay.
Um, did you watch this one? It's a
Well,
revenge tale.
my gift level 999. Nah,
Mm-hmm. Mm. You should
nah,
watch
because
it.
I'm like the anime where it's like, oh, I got this one skill that's like super more powerful than everybody else skill. It's starting to wear on me, and it's becoming like how like isekais have worn on me, and
But
like
you
I'm just
still
not that
watching them.
interested in them anymore. Like the good one that I want to see more of is the one where he had like the only powers he had were like poison and paralyze, and he was like figuring out how to use those to like
Mm-hmm.
kill everything. I think it scaled way too fast because like he was just paralyzing and poisoning like hordes of monsters by the end of that first season. And I'm just like, this is not going to be interesting anymore because this shit works on everybody, and you don't even have to fucking cast it twice. You don't need any other fucking spells because this works every this works 1,000% of the time.
Mm. So did you
Yeah.
like it or not?
That one I liked. I didn't watch my gift level 99999.
Well, that is also a revenge tale, and it is really good. I was reading that manga, but I'm gonna start reading my gift level 999. Nasha, Nosha is good. It's about people
Oh,
in space.
Genosha.
Yeah, Genosha. Um, it's really good about people on the space station trying to figure out what's going on, honey. And
You do like those
I
like rebirth animes. Like once I
mhm.
saw it was sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
um yeah, every episode he rebirthed. It's as the enemy, as the person, and what happens is he's trying to acquire enough information to be sent back into his timeline or whatever. But I really enjoyed this. It's just like Among Us, before there was Among Us, and
Hmm.
yeah, it's really really good. The next one is, may I ask for one final thing about the
Mm.
noble woman who hates being a noble woman, and she hates the people around her, so she punches them. I
Because she doesn't
love
really go ahead. Sorry.
I love how this started out, and I hated how it ended. But I am excited if this ever gets another season.
I actually did not get to see how that one ended. Um, but I love the concept. And I think she hated being a noble because she didn't really get the privileges of being a noble. They were just like, yo, you shut the fuck up and marry who we tell you to marry.
Yeah.
If we want
Um,
your if we want your opinion, we'll give you one.
yeah.
Yeah,
They trying to treat her horribly. All
they
right,
did.
my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the hero. That was really good. I really did enjoy that. But just like Togen Anki, it was just a little fun cookie cutter anime about some people that were isekai into another world. I wish that he was a magic user. Then toward the end, he got some magic.
Mm,
Sanda is a tale about this boy who can change into this buff Santa Claus, and he's trying to bring the Christmas spirit
Mm.
back in this world where kids kind of rule and adults are trying to subjugate them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Sanda was really, really good. It was a good premise. It was a good story. I
Really?
Yeah, I think that I'm not really interested in another season, but this was good while it lasted. The music was
Mm.
really good. The voice acting was really good. I watched it in English, and yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you didn't watch Sanda?
I did not watch Sonder.
Uh,
I did
Finally, a
not.
wild last boss appears. Another isekai. It was really good, but I didn't finish this one. I don't know why. Oh, because it wasn't in English, and I didn't feel like reading. But this one was about a person who was building up his repertoire of allies after he was transported into his video game world. Yeah, it started off good. The middle was good. I did catch the ending. Now,
Mm.
the Marcus also watched some anime. He said he
Mhm.
was watching Kingdom last season. How was
You
Kingdom?
know I fucking finished Kingdom.
Okay.
Kingdom's a great fucking anime. Um, and like I always say this when we talk about Kingdom, but I want to keep saying it because it is like one of those anime that like the production of it got better and better and better. Like the first time I watched this anime, the first season, I was like, yo, the voice acting is bad. The art is, the animation is kind of sketchy.
Mm.
But it's a good enough story and it's hilarious. But the more I watched it, the more into it I got, and the more serious this shit became. And now in what season five, um, this shit is just like amazing all around the world, all around. Like the voice acting is so much better, the art is better, the story is even better. And then like I found out they've made like movies out of this shit, like live action. There's a live action series out there for this joint. Like this anime, when I started watching, I was like, oh, nobody watches Kingdom because this shit is obviously trash. To like, oh, this is like popular the world over. So anyway, the last season of Kingdom, um, shit, what happens? They're fighting the like it's about the Warring States period of China where there's like a bunch of different like little kingdoms that make up the area that is China. And so they're having war. This one kingdom is like, finally like, yo, sick of all these different kingdoms. I want to combine them into one. And so he's finally like making ground on that because they've like taken over a few smaller kingdoms. And so now the other big kingdoms are like, we got to put a stop to this motherfucker. But he's like making alliances now. And he's like talking about like why he wants to do this whole thing. And he's like, and in this last season, he was talking to like one of the other kings, I guess trying to like convince him to just not get involved if he attacks another big kingdom. Because I think it's like five like large kingdoms that are really a threat to everybody, and they kind of keep each other in check. Because if you attack one, the other ones are gonna come get you.
Mm.
So he's talking to like one of those guys, and he's explaining his why he's doing what he's doing, and he's like, oh, in the kingdom, the other king is saying like this is never going to work because once you subjugate these people, they're never going to be happy, they're never going to be satisfied, they're always going to remember their old kingdom, and they're going to feel like they're never going to feel like citizens of your kingdom. And he's like, well, that's the beauty of my plan. I'm not trying to take over the other kingdoms and put them under this kingdom. Once I take over all the kingdoms, I will reshape, reform, eliminate my kingdom, and we'll all become one new kingdom together. And he was like, oh, and they're all surprised. They're like, oh, that's a great idea. He's so young, but he's really thinking, big brain. But I'm just like, I'm watching it like, this shit still sounds like conquest to me, but okay.
Yeah.
But it's still really good. It's really, and I think what I really love about it is just like how tactical it is, like when it comes to like the war, because it's all war. It's all just like big war shit. It's all like like, oh, this army is coming in this way. We're gonna send like we're gonna break off like a unit of 1,000 men to kind of like break up their charge, and then we'll send in some more men from this other way. And I love that part of the anime where they're just kind of like talking through the strategies. So if you like, and the story is good, but the story is not too convoluted to where you can't understand.
So what made you stick with it if it was so trash the first season?
Oh, it was hilarious. It was hilarious to watch. Like it was funny. It was funny because like the story was funny, and like I think like the voice acting specifically, like because the animation was like a little sketchy, but it wasn't that bad. It was like, okay, this is like a young anime, like a young anime animation where like they got the animators they got and they doing what they can. I can forgive that all day. Bad voice acting, I'm like, what is going on? And
Mm-hmm.
so like the voice acting was hilarious and it kept me engaged and the story was good. And I laughed a lot. That's what kept me watching the first like 2 seasons. And then by season 3, I was like, wait a minute, this
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker's getting good.
All right. So you also
And,
said you. Oh,
and the last thing I want to say, and it made its way out of my like backup anime list because on Crunchyroll I got like my main watch list and then I have like a offset list of like just anime I throw on there that I'll check out one day. It made it from like the offset list to like the main anime list. That's how I know it's a winner. That's how I know it's a winner.
cool. All right. You also said you were watching SIVIS, The Sound of Heroes. How was that?
Mm. I think I may only watched one episode of that, and I cannot tell you a thing about it.
Okay. You also said you were watching Banish Court Magician
hmm
to. Oh, aims to become stronger. How was that?
Mm. Let me remember how that one looks because that sounds like a bunch of anime. Like I got banished from the heroes party. Um,
You
and
said you
so
was watching it, so don't
blah
be
blah
doing
blah.
it
I mean,
now.
yeah, and I did watch it. Like this one, I did watch it, but I just gotta make sure I gotta see it a little bit to remind myself of what it looked like. And funny enough, Jared, there are two anime. There are two anime that's like banished from something. So the banished court magician aims to become stronger. Yes, I watched this one. It's really good. Really good. It is good. Take no, really, it is good. Um, he got banished from like the king from the court. He was a royal magician in a party with the prince. And by the end, you kind of learn that the king, and he was a commoner too, so that's why the prince didn't like him. You learn by the
Mm,
end of it, you learn that the king only invited this kid, this commoner, into the prince's party as like a baby bodyguard and babysitter because he was a commoner. And the king had this like experience before where like a commoner saved his life or some shit. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was like, the common people are more valuable than I thought. But he's already raised his son to be like this dick and
oh
hate
God.
commoners. So you know, after he leaves, like the prince's like adventuring party goes to shit because that's what always happens in these anime. But yeah, it was good, and it's kind of just like him reconnecting with his friends, kind of like becoming himself again because he had made himself a lot smaller to like support the prince, and he's like remembering his powers and remembering how capable he is. So yeah, it was good. It was fun. It's
Hmm.
light. I would, if you want something to watch in a weekend, yeah, that's this anime.
Okay. How was Digimon Beat Break?
I am having so much trouble getting into this anime.
Mm.
I've watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, uh, more than once. Um,
Oh wow.
and and I love Digimon, but this story is not. I don't know. It's hard for me to get into the story. And what may be the clincher here is just watching it in English instead of Japanese, because it's not interesting. Because I do think it's an interesting concept that like the Digimon are surviving off of this energy that they get from people, and that's what helps them digivolve and become stronger. But evil Digimon can also drain you of all of that energy and like basically freeze you to death. Like you
Hmm.
lose your life energy and you go into a coma. And so that's kind of what happens, and this happens to the main character's brother. And so he's trying to figure out his whole thing is like finding the Digimon that ate his brother's essence so he can get it back and revive his brother, which
Hmm.
is which is an interesting concept, and the execution is not holding me. And I am going to say right now, for now, that it is because it's in Japanese, and well, not only because it's in Japanese, but it is not entering. It's not interesting enough for me to watch it in Japanese, and I think I will have better luck watching it in English.
Hmm. Okay. How is Togima wants to be a common writer?
That joint is kind of funny. That joint, and I did not expect it to be like a comedy anime.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like a regular dude, and he's like, and like ever since he was a kid, he's like, I've always wanted to be a common writer. I used to watch the show with my mom, and I've trained my whole life to become a common writer. Now I'm 40, and I'm realizing that shit wasn't that's unrealistic, and it's not happening. So like as he's going through life, he's like he's but he's not putting it down. He's still pretending to be the common writer. So he like pulls out a fucking mask, puts it on, beats people up, and then
Wow.
it's like and then goes and be like, "Oh, I gotta stop doing this. I'm 40 years old. This is a child's dream." And I'm like, "Bro, pick a side. Either stick with it or don't."
So he
But he's
just beats
leading
random people up?
like not random people, but like people who are doing bad things. So like a
Oh,
shoplifter.
okay.
Um, but he's meeting other people along the way who are also pretending to be heroes from this show. So he meets like the sidekick Ladybug character. He meets like the rival hero, someone who's no, he meets someone who has become who is pretending to be the common writer from like season 3 or season 4 of the show, and he's pretending to be the common writer from season 1. And so they're like clashing it, and the guy's like, "Oh, you can't be the first season common writer because you're not strong enough, and your outfit is lame because you only have a mask." And the twist in this show that I did not expect is that the evil people are real. So there are evil people,
Oh.
the evil people who are mimicking the evil people from the show that he's pretending to be a character from. This is sounding really meta as I describe it. He's pretending to be the hero from the show. There are people who actually are the villains from this show, not pretending. They have the villain's powers. They transform into like the little villain outfits, like the electricity. They have like the evil transformation shit, and they be like electrocuting people and doing bad shit for real. And
Oh.
these are the people he's beating up. So he's thinking like, oh, he's like when he's in it, he's in it, but when he's out, he's like, oh, I sold all of my Common Rider collection because I'm an adult now, and I'm like, bro, figure this shit out. But it's hilarious,
So so how did they even fight the evil people?
punching and kicking, and like gadgets. Like they got a few gadgets, like some like I think the Ladybug girl has like a big ass stun gun or something.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Sounds interesting.
It's funny. It is funny.
Okay.
So if you want to laugh, turn that motherfucker on.
Um this word. Katsuyo bed and breakfast for inhumans. That movie.
I didn't get around to that one,
Oh, you didn't?
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
I enjoyed this anime. This is season 2 of Campfire Cooking. It is very chill. It is like a very relaxing anime to watch, and I like to watch it in English because I can just like chill while I watch it, and it just relaxes me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's all about them like this man is like cooking different foods. He as he cooks food, he like monsters will find him or have found him, and they be like, "Oh, like this food is so good, I want to hang out with you. Go ahead and be my go ahead and tame me, make a like a monster man contract type deal.
Oh.
You know the typical anime trope, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna help you out with all your shit." So in this new season, he tames a like pixie dragon, um, and basically like they introduce dungeons. So he goes on his like first dungeon crawl and like clears the dungeon in one run, and everybody's like, "Whoa, how the fuck you do that?" And there's like, "Oh, you got these like you must be that guy who has like these legendary creatures as companions." And so he has like a Fenrir, which is like a legendary wolf. He has the Pixie Dragon, which is like just a powerful ass dragon. And then he has a slime that he's pretty much just raised and taught to do like, and just made the slime really powerful. And then he has like all of these contracts with like gods that are where
Oh,
they're giving him blessings. The gods are giving him blessings that like boost his stamina, boost his defense, boost his whatever. And he has to like send the gods like things from Earth because he has this like item, this like shop skill where he can like open up a screen and buy shit from his own from like the real world. I don't know if it's an isekai. It might
it
be an
has
isekai.
to be an isekai if he is buying stuff from a different
Well,
place.
he
But
said
listen,
campfire cooking in another world. It is an isekai, and so he's buying shit from his world, and he can buy like pots, pans, snacks, hamburgers, desserts. And the guys are like, "Yo," one of the guys is like, "Oh, send me like skincare products." One of them was like, "Oh, send me like desserts and sweets." One is like, "Oh, send me fucking liquor." The other was like, "Send me meat." So
so
it's
he
it's a
gets
fun,
money from
relaxing.
cooking.
Huh?
He gets money from cooking.
No, he gets money from just like doing shit in the world. So like when he goes on these
Uh,
quests, a lot of his money comes from like when his companions like kill a monster, he'll take it to an adventuring guild or a merchant guild, and they'll like carve it up and like harvest
mm,
the monster pieces, and he gets like hella money from that, and then he
oh,
uses that money to buy the shit.
okay, cool.
So this man's fucking loaded. This is a relaxing anime to watch. It's not really like there's no like big drama or big contention.
All right, let's talk about some of that anime 2026 winter season. That
Oh damn, that was the whole list? Shit.
yeah,
Hold on, let me look. I feel like I might have added some shit to my list. Um,
for winter 2026.
for fall.
That was all you said.
I know, but I'm saying I might have added some shit after the fact.
You can't do that.
I can start watching anime after we talk about what we're going to be watching for the season. I don't have anything on the list this time, so yeah, never mind.
That's cheating. Because no, Demarcus, we wait 4 weeks so we get
Oh,
all
One
our
Punch
anime.
Man. That's what we forgot about. One Punch Man.
Oh, I forgot about One Punch Man too. I started watching. No, I started watching One Punch Man later too. No, because I started watching the dub. So I was like, let me watch this first episode. I'm not gonna watch the rest. Let me wait on the dub. Like it was like 4 weeks until the dub came out. So I wasn't watching it when I made the list, but it is on it's not on this list either. Oh, I'm tripping. So let's start off
Hmm.
with that. One Punch Man is something that I'm watching for the winter
Uh-huh.
2026
Oh,
season.
wait, but it came out in the fall, right?
The the English dub is still coming out now.
But the Japanese already is already all the way out.
Probably. I don't know. But I'm watching that now. It's very One Punch Man-y. One Punch Man doesn't be on the scene a lot because if he is, there would be no story. So it's nice to
Hmm.
see all the other people around One Punch Man that is, in that universe. And yeah, One Punch Man is just One Punch Man. Ciao.
Hmm. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it no better than that. One Punch Man be one punching.
Okay. Demarcus, I did something that you do. Something
What?
that you do. I
What
just
do I
only
do?
with one anime. Um, I have anime that I want to watch. I have not seen it yet.
Mm.
It's called Kunan the Sorcerer Can See. This anime is about a
Mm.
blind sorcerer, and from the reviews I've seen on TikTok, it's just a good um, sorcerer who wants to see. He uh, is blind and he goes around the world. So a new
Hmm.
a new concept about a handy, capable person. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Kunan the Sorcerer Can See.
I've watched a couple of episodes of that, and I'm enjoying
Oh,
it.
oh,
And
so how is
he's
it?
like, it's good. It's starting out really good. And I think like a lot of anime like this, it's kind of giving me like the Water Magician vibes.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I like
he's
that.
like he's like he's like oh he's like I he's first like he's going through like the first I guess like part of his life, and he's like been very disinterested in life because he's blind.
Mm-hmm.
But then once he discovers magic, he's like, "Oh, this is pretty interesting." But I don't really understand why I got to do this because I can't see. So what the
Oh.
fuck? What the fuck? The point is magic to me. And then like he has the idea. He was like, "Oh, he's like, if I learn magic, eventually I'll be able to like magic me up some eyes, and I'll be able to see." And then he just finds like this lust for life, and is like really interested in everything, and like really interested in the study of magic. He starts reading, by which I mean he has someone that reads books to him. Gotta remember this guy's fucking rich, so he has like
Oh, he's rich too?
yeah, because he's come from a rich family, so there's
Okay.
someone that reads for him. Because like they show a scene where he like goes into a library, and the lady's like, "Well, which book am I going to read you today?" And
Hmm.
he's like, "Oh, read me like the history of the world or some shit." And it's some like boring book.
So it's not a isekai.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see it. I'm even more excited from
It's good.
from your thing. Of course, I'm watching One Piece. You know where I am with that. To Your Eternity. This half of the third season that's on now, in winter 2026, is looking to be better, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody just doesn't want to fight. The knockers want to be peaceful, and they only
Mm.
take over people who are suicidal. The
Mm.
Oh, I didn't talk about. Did I even talk about all the anime that I? Yeah, I did skip one. But yeah, the knockers are all suicidal. They only want to take over people who are suicidal. His whole gaggle of dead friends that he brings back is is they don't want to hang out with him anymore, or go to
Mm-hmm.
school or do any of that stuff. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It's just not interesting. But it started off the second part of the third season started off really good. But yeah, To Your Eternity. Hopefully it gets better. I want to see more heartbreak. I want to see more death. I want to see more all that stuff instead of
Mm-hmm.
what's going on in present day.
Okay. Okay. I
One
haven't gotten
thing.
the season. I haven't even watched the first part of season three yet. So,
Mm,
I mean, sounds good. I would like to see more. And I will be watching it.
yeah. I'm gonna do one more, then I'm gonna let you go because one thing I did skip is my BL thing. You remember last year I was watching what was it
Hmm.
called? The Monster Wants to Eat Me. And then I stopped watching
Hmm.
that because the monster was not going to eat her. The girl was not going to commit
They were
suicide.
falling in love, right?
And who knows? Because that was just going to be another one where they weren't going to kiss like the summer, not BL, the summer Hikaru died.
I watched
Um,
that.
okay. What were your thoughts?
It was interesting.
Mm, mm.
Like
It wasn't scary. It wasn't love. It wasn't nothing. The
it was a
animation
little
was
creepy.
beautiful. The
It
animation
was a
was
little
beautiful.
creepy.
Everything else around that it wasn't good.
I just thought of this other thing I want to put folks onto, but I want to save it for next time, and I'm gonna write it down.
Okay. But this time, this season, we actually have some boy love, some good gay anime. It's called Isekai Office Worker. The Other World's Book Depend on the Bean Counter, and that
Hmm.
anime is good
Mm.
because what happens is this guy who wants to work. No, he hates his job. And that's
Hmm.
all he knows. Is walking home one day and he sees this young girl getting pulled into a portal. So he goes help the girl, and now they're transferred into this mystical, fantastical realm. So they're
Hmm.
like, "Oops, we didn't mean to bring you here. We'll pay for you to live here. We'll give you a house. We'll do everything for you." He's like, I want to work." So he becomes the royal accountant, and yada bish boom bam. He gets sick from ingesting too much magic, and this guy who is kind of standoffish, the typical anime person, comes to heal him in the alleyway where he passed out, and the way that he heals him is to kiss him. And then when when the when he carries him back home, he's like, "You need more healing." The way he gives him the supreme version of healing is
Dick.
to basically he
Shut up.
takes off his clothes, he
Shut up.
inserts himself, and
I
he's
gotta watch some
better.
more of this anime because I've seen the first episode and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. Because he's like, because I'm like, oh, he's uncovering um like corruption.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, he is. But
That's the
all this,
main that's the main part of the story. The fucking
no,
the heel is
no,
not the main part of the story.
no, no. The second episode is where all the sex
Okay.
happens, and
Okay.
then you get flashbacks of like the sex as the story goes on. They were in multiple positions, doing multiple things. So, yeah, and then after that, the broody guy becomes very infatuated with this person, and
Hmm.
he like says, "You can't eat this, you can't do that, you can't um, stay at work late." Blah 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 blah. So I think it's good. Finally, we're getting some real gay action.
Mm, real gay.
Yeah, and you're saying you like it?
I do like it. I haven't gotten to the gay parts yet, but I'm sure that that won't deter me.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, what's an anime that you are watching?
I am watching the second
Hmm.
season of Frieren.
Oh, okay.
Loving it so far. Um, you're learning that so far, 2 episodes in, we're learning that there are that during Himmel, the hero, if you remember him from the first season, he is the hero that Frieren traveled with to defeat the Demon King. You are learning that besides him, there were other heroes who are also strong humans that were also working toward that same goal and may not have accomplished it to the effect that he did, but have been were effective in other ways. Um, so I'm watching Frieren. Should I go again?
Fearing Beyond Journey's End is what
Yep,
the
season
full
2. Should I keep going?
title is
Should I
called.
do
Yeah,
another
you
one?
could do another one.
Okay,
I did a
great.
couple.
I am also watching season 3 of Fire Force,
Oh yeah.
and this
Hmm.
is season 3 part 2, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, season 3 part 2. Um, and that's pretty good. We are starting to see in this season 3 part 2 how the world of Fire Force
Hmm.
is starting to become the world of Soul Eater, and that has been the most interesting part of this anime that I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
There is a time gap, a time skip, where Shinra, I want to say his name is where Shinra was not himself, and the theory is that his doppelganger from the other world, Amaterasu, no, it's called Amakasa something.
Hmm.
Um, the other world in Fire Force, his doppelganger from there took over his body and was like living in his body. Gave him all these fucking tattoos, dyed his hair, pierced his lip or something, some shit like that, pierced his ears. Um, that that happened, and now he's back in his body. Shinra is back in his own body, and kind of, and just in they didn't really do a lot of investigation as to like what happened in the in between time. They do mention how he like hit old girl, and then they
Hmm.
show it, and it was just like he like kind of just like pushed her off, and I was like, he didn't really beat her ass for real. I was like, he feeling real bad for like like a for like a shrug, and she was just happened to be in the way.
Hmm.
He did it on purpose.
Ah!
He did it. What?
Your door just opened.
Oh God! Oh hey, that's Shauna, man. Boy, you scared me.
That scared me.
Fine. I'm crazy. I'm get time at work. So I think your door just open. Boy, I'm thinking somebody about to get me.
I thought that a ghost was in your house because it opened all
No,
creepy like.
it was Shauna. She's going to work.
Oh my god. Oh,
But
I started watching The Pit, by the way. Is she in the emergency room? Nice.
not an emergency room, labor and delivery.
Oh, okay. That stuff is
Uh,
intense. But yeah,
ooh,
Fire
we.
Force.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they didn't really go into like into a lot of like what he was doing in between, but now we're like I said, the main thing that's going on is we're seeing how the one world is becoming the other world. And I actually kind of spoiled it a bit for myself because I read like the wiki and it kind of explained like what exactly happens, and so now I'm just waiting to see it unfold. But Fire Force is interesting. I'm like watching that episode every week as it comes out.
Yeah, I need to watch the wiki because I don't know what's happening, and I need to figure out what's going on. Another anime that I'm watching now is called Dead Accounts. Apparently, the spirits have evolved and they learn how to reach into people's cell phones and to become a part of their digital lives. And now
Hmm.
the shamans or ghost hunters have
Hmm.
figured out how they can fight the ghosts
Hmm.
with cell phone powers. And um, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stick with this anime
Hmm.
because the first couple episodes were kind of mid, and
Mm.
really I cannot be watching anything while I'm watching One Piece that
Mm.
doesn't tickle my fancy. But
Hmm.
now I'm watching it, and it's kind of mid, I guess. Are you watching
Yeah.
that account?
I do have it on my list. I have not started it yet.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I think what makes me hesitate every time I look at it is that when I read the description, it's like it talks starts talking about like cell phones and shit, and I'm like, I don't want to see this. I got a cell phone. I know how to use it.
Yeah. Okay, Demarcus, what's another one that you're watching?
I'll say another one. This one just happens to be near that one on my list here. An adventurer's daily grind at 29. Um, and this one's about I haven't started watching it yet, but it's this guy who's raised in the slums. He's a 29-year-old adventurer. Um, he discovers a young girl, and they start adventuring together. Is what I'm gathering from the description. Um, and I think what makes me hesitate in watching this is that I'm afraid it's going to become like just like another harem anime because
Hmm.
the cover the little thumbnail that they use for it is a picture of the main character and two little girls in a
Mm,
dungeon. And I don't know if they're
yikes.
both little girls. One of them could be a little older. And I'm just like, I was like, I don't want to watch this grown man run around with two little girls in a
Yeah.
dungeon. Like it's given like uh the wrong way to pick up girls in a dungeon
Mm-hmm.
vibes. You know that anime? Yeah.
I don't watch it, but I do
I watched it for a while until it became too haremy, and I was like, I
know.
got to
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah.
They do have one episode in that one where in the wrong way to pick up girls in a dungeon, where he runs into a monster, and I hate that I have to say it this way. I want to use better words. Maybe they're a demon or something like that
Mm-hmm.
who has breasts and a penis. Um, and so
So she's a hermaphrodite.
could be trans. They don't explain it. They don't explain it. But he's like fawning over her, and she's like, putting him between her breasts. And then she's like, oh, you're like a lovely little boy. You're a cute little boy. And like his friends are like, get away from her. She's a demon. She's trying to kill you. And he's like, nah, I'm right where I want to be. And then he feels that penis, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this dick tonight. He's like, oh no.
Wow.
She doesn't
Okay.
say those words, but that is the sentiment.
Okay. Cool. Um, Another one that I am watching is called Sentence to Be a Hero. This is really good. This is giving me Clevitas vibes. And, I love Clevitas. Basically, in this
Ooh.
world, if you are a hero, then you're the worst person in this world. You are sentenced to
Hmm.
be a hero. You are judged, and that is your um, that is your sentence. And this person who we follow was actually um, really horrible because he killed one of their gods that are made in order to stop the demons that are taking over the world. So
Hmm.
he is sentenced to be a hero. And another cool thing is that the more you die, they bring you back constantly, and you lose more of yourself and who you are. So at the end, you're just like a zombie who is,
Hmm.
being a hero. So it's very good, very
Very good.
exciting.
It's 3 episodes out, and
Hmm.
episode one is an hour long. I was not
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that when I watched it, and I'm watching it, and I was like, I'm enjoying this, but it's been at least 30 minutes. Why is this show still going and not stopping?
Yeah, I noticed that too after I started watching. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't even I'm still in the story though.
That's a good one. I like that one.
What's another one for you, Demarcus?
Let's go from the bottom of my list here. Um, a Gentle Noble's Vacation Recommendation. And I think this is going to be like a chill anime to watch where like I just enjoy watching it and I have a good time. Because it's
Wait,
going to be about
that's the non BL one about the guy who starts to um about the guy and his friend. Uh, yeah, I think I looked that one up, but I'm not watching that one because it's a non BL one.
yeah. So like it is an isekai, but it seems like a guy in one fantasy world gets transferred to another fantasy world, but he's like a chancellor in his own realm where he's like busy all the time, but when he gets transferred, he's like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna just take a vacation and enjoy the sights."
Mm-hmm.
And teams up with this other guy, and they just kind of like chill.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the first episode, like 5 minutes of the first one. And I said, "Let me just find out if this is a BL or not." And
Mm.
I
Are
googled
they
it.
sucking dick or not?
Yeah, basically, and I googled it. It said Digital Noble's vacation recommendation is not a BL. The creator said it is not a BL
They are not
repeatedly.
sucking dick.
Stop, stop asking him if this is a BL. But they are really close and they are best friends. But anyway, it's not BL. And another one that I watch that I'm not watching is a part-time torturer or whatever.
A
It's
part-time torturer.
yeah, it's in a world where torturing is part of everyday life. Like the government can torture you and murder you. They have shops set up for that. But it was just
Mhm.
too silly for me. Very silly. I couldn't last the whole episode. So I'm not going to watch that. One anime that I am watching is the latest season of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm.
Um, still, is for somebody who has a doctorate in engineering. And this is the part where it gets really crazy with the mathematics. It gets
Hmm.
really like I read this right in the manga and it was like, yeah, you have got to be like you have to build rockets to understand what's going on
You have to build rocks.
here. No, build rockets.
Oh, rockets. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. If you can understand it, good for you. I'm just in here for the fights,
Mm.
because I'm not gonna like I have set myself up for the
I
next
want to do
12.
an episode of disambiguation for JJK. So, Jared, come with your questions, and I'll try to gather some questions from other people, and I'm gonna try to answer them. Give me the questions ahead of time so I can find the answers and try to talk us through this stuff. Because
How does reverse curse technique work? Number one. Number one.
yo, because like,
Explain Gojo's powers.
because
Number
some of these.
two.
Wait, I'm gonna write them down.
Like, cause this thing, I'm give you a little spoiler. There are rules, but then one of the rules is like, if something happens, you can add in more rules to the
Mm-hmm.
rules that are made, and it just
Mm-hmm.
becomes crazy because those rules are contradicting each other.
Mm.
It's insane. It's worse than D&D. It's worse than D&D.
Mm.
But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm just here for the fights. This is probably the best season for fights. It's also the craziest. It's I'm watching in English, but I don't need to because I'm not paying attention to what they're saying because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to understand it. But I am watching in English so that I can probably be better for the conversation. But yeah, I am watching
Okay.
this latest season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Are you watching it?
I am watching it and I'm enjoying it. And I feel like I can understand some of it, but when I'm watching JJK, I pause it a lot so I can read everything.
Exactly. Exactly.
And like even when they're having conversations and they're like,
You
"Oh,
had to
this
go
is how
back.
this power works," I'm like, "Rewind, play,
Exactly.
pause. All right, let me think about that. All right, I
Yeah.
processed it. Play. All right, here's the next bit of the power. Let me read. Let me add that into what I
Exactly.
had got before."
All right. So what's another one that you are watching?
One second. Let me finish writing down your questions here for next time. Okay. I am watching the new season of Hell's Paradise.
Mm,
Um, they're still on the team that we went to the island with the in the first season is still there. I can't remember what happened in the last season, but um oh boy, main character, can't remember his name in the moment. He has forgotten his wife who he had that was killed, and um that has somehow like blocked, like formed a barrier between him and his like full power. So he's not as effective as he was in the first season in these first few episodes. Um, and I think like the first episode I watched, he like really got his ass beat or something.
mm-hmm,
Um, and but they're sending more people to this island, and I think I'm watching the first episode. I was watching the first episode, and it seemed like there is a person who has made it off the island, brought back some evidence of what is actually happening over there, was talking to the shogun or some high official about it, and they were
mm-hmm.
like, "Fuck all that, y'all are going back." And he never got a chance to show him the evidence.
No.
So it's still interesting, still interesting.
Yeah. Of course that show is really interesting. The fights are really good. I really like how the enemies um, switch and swapped out of their sexes at will,
Hmm.
and having sex with an enemy powers them up or something. So
Yeah.
they are swip
Having sex with an
swapping,
enemy or having sex with each other?
having sex with each other.
Right, 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 right.
But
I
I
think they
love
call
how
it training.
yeah, but yeah, I love how gender doesn't matter, holes don't
Hmm.
matter, and whatever.
I think what I've noticed is that what I noticed in the first season is like the way they fight and like how they use their powers changes based on like the gender that they are occupying at that point in time, or
Mm,
the sex that they are occupying, because gender is a construct.
yeah,
So like as a male, they're more physical, they're more strong, they're stronger, they're like punching you and kicking you and hitting you and shit. But when they switch to female sex, they're using more of their like magic powers and
hmm,
manipulating the shit around them and
yeah,
whatnot.
it's very good.
It's really
Um,
good.
Another one that I'm watching is Noble Reincarnation, Born Blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power. This one is cool. I don't know if I'm going to stay with it. It's about a little precocious
Mm,
boy who, of course, has been reincarnated from a 30-year-old or whatever. So he knows
hmm,
about the world.
hmm,
And he is vying for not really power, but really so that people will respect him as
hmm,
this young child.
hmm,
It's interesting because nobody really respect him. All his brothers try to give him all these tests and
hmm.
everything that he passed. They're like, "Whoa, I didn't know you could do that at such a young age." So I mean, it's interesting. I don't think I'm gonna stick with it
Yeah, I had that one on my list and I removed it. I don't think
though. Why?
before even giving it a try. I was like, I
Wow,
don't think I'm gonna watch this one. It just
it's
didn't seem that interesting.
it's
Is
it's, it's interesting.
okay, well, a noble, all right, I'll put it back on there, Jerry, at your recommendation. A
I don't think I'm gonna stick
noble
with it.
reincarnation.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stick with it though. But it's interesting
I'll put it
how
back on
how,
there.
how how he figures out. Like okay, there was this one time he was talking to somebody, and
Hmm.
he's sitting across the table from him, and he's like, "What did you say to me?" Because like he was trying to figure out how they were doing this, where all the money was going. He said, "What did you say to
Hmm.
me? Do you think I'm stupid?" And he was just like, I don't think you understand who I am as the prince
Hmm.
of the king. Like I can take all this for myself right now. So I
Mm.
mean, he does read these people down, and it's interesting.
Okay, okay. Something else I am watching. Blah 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 blah. Blah. My Hero Academia Vigilante season 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
It
very
is.
excited for this.
Jared, you were not interested in Vigilantes when the first season was out.
Yes, I was.
Were you?
Yeah,
'Cause I remember bringing it up, or maybe it's the main My Hero show that you don't fuck with.
yeah.
Yeah, because
I
I
was
remember
I
bringing
was
up Vigilantes, and you were like, "Oh, I'm not interested in watching that because I don't like the main joint."
I was very interested because I thought it was going to be about how the people who don't look like humans and the people who look
Yeah.
like humans were interacting with each other. But I love the story. I love how,
Hmm.
remember in the first season, he killed his daughter. Love that part. So I was, yeah, I'm very interested in this.
Okay, okay. I don't. Did he kill his daughter, or did he just like
Well, he hurt her a
he
bunch of
hurt her? He
times.
he he beat her ass. He did beat her the fuck up. And then was like in the hospital where like it's okay, baby. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
I like the
abuse.
first season.
But yeah, so my Hero Vigilantes, My Hero Academia Vigilante season 2, I'm watching that. So far it's good. We're still following around old boy the Crawler
Hmm.
and Pop. Uh, Knuckle Duster is not with them anymore because he's hanging out in the hospital with his daughter. But they're still trying to uncover um, where this drug is coming from, and that's what they're tracking down. And now we're starting to see some more of like the big name heroes that we knew from My Hero Academia, like Fat Gum. All Might has made an appearance, and I really enjoyed Fat Gum's episode. That was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, it was really fun. I also enjoying the evolution of the crawler's power because we as a people know that he can fly, but he hasn't discovered that. But yeah, he,
I think he has like he had in season 1 there was an incident where like he flew a little bit,
yeah,
and he's like I don't know what that was. He's like my mom said I could fly when I was little, but man.
yeah, yeah. I think that he thought that his father was saying, "Oh, you can fly to the stars. You are a good person." Like it didn't mean that you can physically fly, like you be floating, boy. But
Mm-hmm.
I am liking the evolution of power that he can stick now. He can
Mm-hmm.
propel things now. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Can he like pull things to him and push them away from him with his powers?
Now,
Yeah.
now,
I love it. And I'm like, had you went to the hero school, they would have taught you all this shit.
I know. So he did make it because he was saving somebody, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he's not in hero school.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
he stopped to save somebody. And that person was Pop Step. He
Hmm.
saved Pop Step.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another
He
one I
still
am.
last thing about him, he's still obsessed with them little jackets, them damn
I
All Might
know.
jackets.
I know. I know. He would be a really big hero if he would have made it into hero school.
Mm-hmm. He would be. He would be.
Yeah. And
I hate that for
it
him.
was sad because the opening narration was like people who don't make it to hero school are automatic um, criminals. Like you
Mm.
have to have this license to be in hero school, and he would be really big.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another one I'm watching is called "Roll Over and Die." I will fight for an ordinary life with my love and my cursed sword. This one starts off with this girl in prison. She is in slavery prison, and this guy has uh, put ghouls in there to kill them all the slaves, because
Mm.
nobody wants to buy them. And this girl has been um, banished from her heroes group because she had zero stats. Well, she finds this sword that reverses all of her stats and makes her a powerful person. So this was really good. I love the action in this. She I love what she said. I love what she did. Everybody in this world is out to get her to make her concubine or their
Mm.
concubine, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really good. It's a dark world, really good story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Roll over and die.
Interesting. Interesting. I will watch that. I will check that out, sir.
Hmm. Hmm.
I will give that one a shot.
Okay. So I just have one more. How many do you have?
I think I have a couple more.
All
I
right.
have
I'll let you rattle off yours at the end. I just have one more. It's called H mode. You know, H is HE double hockey sticks mode. It's called
Mm.
H mode. The hardcore gamer dominates another world with garbage balancing. So this is like Shangri-La Frontier,
Mm-hmm.
except for he is isekai in this world. He can't turn it on and off.
This one's
But
not on Crunchy, is it? Well, I'm asking you like you have Crunchy. I guess I am saying it's not on Crunchy because I just searched it.
Right, you know me. Yeah, uh, he is transported to another world as a baby, but he goes into this world with his settings on hard mode, no, on H mode. So
Hmm.
with this, it takes him 100 times longer to level up. He is a summoner, which is the hardest level, the hardest class to be, and yeah, it takes him a while to level up. So at level three, no, at age three, he is only level seven. Oh, and he's on H mode, so his family that he's born into, they're all serfs. So they're dirt
Mm.
poor, wearing bags every day, and his mother just gave birth to a new child. It is extremely interesting how he's getting to his powers because he loves the grind. He loves to make sure that he is um, doing everything, and it's really interesting to have on the other side because in normal isekais they level up like this.
Mm.
In
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
jobless, yeah, in jobless reincarnation, he leveled up like that. He could do water bullets that could blow out his house, but in this one, no, he can barely summon a bug, and that's very interesting how this core gamer is going to make it um, with those handicaps. But yeah, oh, and when he summons stuff and puts it in his book of summons, it also affects his stats. So
Mm.
he can have so many cards. So if he like has three grasshoppers, then each grasshopper gives him like a plus one agility and a plus two whatever strength or whatever.
Okay.
So
I want to check this out. It's on High Dive.
mhm.
I don't have High Dive. I'm going to see if my friend who is looking to buy another purchase another streaming service will get that one and we can share. Um,
Yeah, it's really good. It's really
if
really good.
if not, I'm going to have to take it back to the old me.
Yeah. So what else are you watching?
Okay.
I mean, we both went to Hampton. We're both
Hmm.
pilots.
Hmm.
So are you going to watch anything else? Let me show
Yes.
more of my
Let me
audio
get
show.
back to my list real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. This is a great one. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, this is a great one. Well, the original anime is great, and I loved it. And this is a reboot, um, and a continuation because I love a reboot that takes place after the original story as opposed to just trying to retell the original story. Um, the original anime is called Samurai Troopers, and they have and the reboot is called Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers. And so in this, so if you're familiar with the Samurai Troopers anime, there's these five guys who have these mystical armors, and they're fighting the Demon Lord or the Demon King or whatever, because they're trying to invade Earth and take over. In that anime, they eventually beat them, and the Samurai Troopers become super famous. Everybody loves them. Japan creates a Samurai Trooper Defense Force, basically, where like you join it and you are always prepared to you're they're prepared just in case these demons come back. This is like I don't know how far in the future they make this, but now samurai troopers are like cops basically.
Mm.
And so there's a lot of samurai troopers, like, and there's a lot of different ones, but they're, if you become like the strongest in your element sector, because there are only five armors, so they separate. I'm making some assumptions here. They separate the samurai troopers into like five different segments. It's like, oh, there's like the red samurai troopers, there's the blue samurai troopers. So if you become like the strongest one in your color, then you get the mystical armor for that
Oh yeah.
particular sector. Um, I don't know yet. I've only watched the first episode, so I don't know yet if there's more than one armor, or if there are other color armors that they've discovered or whatever. But the demons are coming back, and what happens in the first episode? There's a demon attack. One of the demons betrays betrays another, and like kind of like knocks him out. The humans save him because his like armor, his demon armor vanishes, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's a human. Let's take him to the hospital." And but then when they eventually they realize that he is like the demon prince, but he is also the inheritor or like uh the yeah, I guess the inheritor of the he's meant to inherit the red samurai trooper armor.
Mm-hmm.
So now the mystery is like, but he's still like, I'm a demon. I kill humans. Fuck this shit. And so he, in the first episode, he kills like four of the samurai troopers that they introduced us to. And these guys were a bunch of dicks. Like these, the original four, these first four samurai troopers that they introduced us to are like they're like, oh, we became samurai troopers for the pay, for the fame. Like I'm just here, to have a good time. I don't really care about saving people. So he kills all four of them. There's a fifth one who's like, oh, I'm actually like trying to save people, and I don't know what happens. That's where they end episode one, and I haven't watched episode two
Mm.
yet.
Yeah,
Um,
this is Samurai Troopers' one name is also known when I saw it on Toonami as Ronin Warriors.
Ronin Warriors, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm very interested in this. Let me add that to my list. Ronin
hmm
Warriors.
I cannot wait until they like start introducing the armors, because that's gonna be dope.
Okay, that's interesting.
Another one I'm watching, Scum of the Brave, and this one is about the mafia has like gained powers to turn into like demon lords, and there are people called braves who hunt them down and apprehend them. And there's a high school girl training to be a brave, and a guy. Let's see. Uh,
Brave or Braid?
Brave,
Oh,
brave. So there's a guy who is a brave. He takes on this apprentice who's a high school girl who's training to be a brave. Um, and yeah, it's just a story of like a scumbag master and his self-proclaimed apprentice.
okay.
I watched some of the first episode and it was kind of interesting, but I got to rewatch it because I think like I've gotten to the point where there are some days I do not want to watch anime in Japanese, and I can't even bring myself to do it. I can't
Yeah,
even bring
you're
myself to
growing
do the
up.
subtitles.
You're growing up.
Um, yeah, so Scum of the Brave. I watched the first episode of this one, or half the first episode of this one I'm about to mention today. It's called Oedo Fire Slayer: The Legend of Phoenix, and it's basically about the first Japanese firefighters, or like a Japanese firefighter who like takes over, um, like the firefighters in this one town because his dad was a great firefighter. So yeah, there's that.
What's it
Um,
called?
Oedo, Oedo, Fire Slayer: The Legend of Phoenix. Uh, and then the last one here, Jack of all trades, party of none. This is about, it's a typical like I got kicked out of the hero party for whatever fucking reason. And it's because like he switched jobs, so he's not super strong. He was a swordsman and switched to an enchanter because the hero party that he was in needed an enchanter, and he had to create all his own spells because he didn't go to enchanter school. But they kick him out of the party because he's not a great swordsman. There's a better swordsman than him, and there are better enchanters than him. But there's nobody who has that mix with his specific enchanter spells. So he
Mm.
gets kicked out. I think he's like forming another party with a different group. Um, but yeah, I only watched the first episode of that one. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. But I think it's going to start to fall flat like a lot of these kicked out of the hero party anime go. And those
Oh,
are all the
Jack
things
of
I
all
actually watched.
trades.
Jack of all trades, party of none. Scum of the Brave was that first one that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Oedo Fire Slayer, Yoroi, Shinden Samurai Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
All
I think
right.
that's everything I'm watching.
Well,
This
that
episode has really run way too long as well.
I'm looking at the time, and that was our. So we're gonna skip the questions at the end, but
hmm
that's what we're watching.
hmm
Um, and that's our episode.
A
We will,
fun-filled season of anime ahead.
yeah, we will report back in about 12 or 13 weeks to let you know how these animes were and how we have enjoyed them. But
hmm
thank you for this. episode of Listen to This Episode. Black